everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel of SRT. Today I would be continuing with the word problems of chapter number 1, that is laws of motion, and today we begin with part 2. Okay, chalo, let's start. As we did in the first part of the chapter, first I introduce you the formula that we will be talking about in this part and then the important notations. So there are only 3 formulae which we have to cover in this particular section of the chapter. First formula, P is equal to mv, that is your momentum. P stands for momentum. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Then force is equal to mass into acceleration. Then this entire equation is of law of conservation of momentum. It says m1u1 plus m2u2 is equal to m1v1 plus m2v2. This part represents the total initial momentum before collision and this part represents the total final momentum of the two bodies after collision. Law of conservation of momentum tells us that the total initial momentum should be equal to the total final momentum. Okay, now let's start with the notation part over here. Mass is denoted by small m, its SI unit is kg and its CGS unit is gram. Velocity, we represent final velocity by v, initial velocity by u. Its SI unit is meter per second, CGS unit is centimeter per second. Acceleration denoted by small a, unit meter per second square and centimeter per second square. Then momentum represented by p, its SI unit is kg meter per second and CGS unit is gram centimeter per second. Force represented by capital F, units are Newton and dyne. Okay, chalo, now let's start with the first question. Okay, now let's start with the first question. As we have done in the first part, I'll be doing all the solved examples and the text back question related to part 2 of the chapter. First question over here, the mass of a cannon is 500 kg and it recoils with a speed of 0.25 meter per second. What is the momentum of the cannon? Okay, I hope everyone knows what a cannon is. तोप, okay, सुना रहेगा तोप करके. Okay, that is nothing but a cannon. Now over here, it recoils with a speed of 0.25 meter per second. As we have done in the theory part of the chapter, when a bullet is fired from a gun, the gun moves back. The backward motion of the gun is called as recoil, and same thing happens with the cannon also. Okay, now mass of cannon is 500 kg, recoils with a speed of 0.25 meter per second. I need to get the momentum. Now this question is very simple. Momentum का formula क्या है? Mass into velocity. Mass is also given, velocity is also given, so it is just substitution in the formula. Okay, now let's see how to write it. Answer. Now you know that any word problem in physics needs to be solved in 5 parts. Which were those 5 parts? Can you recollect? Given, to find, formula, solution and your final answer statement. So over here I start with the given data. So given, underline it with pencil. First thing, mass m is given as 500 kg over there. So I write mass is 500 kg, recoils with a speed of 0.25 meter per second, so that becomes your velocity. So I write velocity denoted by v is 0.25 meter per second. After that, don't forget you have to leave a line. Then I will write to find. So to find, underline it with pencil, momentum denoted by capital P. Again after to find, you will leave a line. Then you are supposed to write the formula. So I say formula, underline it with pencil, momentum is mass into velocity, m into v. Okay, then again you will leave a line and then I write the solution. In your solution, first step, repeat your formula. So P is equal to m into v, mass is 500 into 0.25. What you can do is, if you want, you can remove the decimal. If I remove the decimal, point के बाद there are 2 decimal places over here. So denominator में you will get 100. 2 zeros will get cancelled. So eventually you are left with 5 into 25. 5 into 25 is 125. This is the answer for momentum. don't forget to write the unit. SI unit of momentum is kg meter per second, and you box it up using scale and pencil. So the solution is over, and now you have to write your answer in statement form. What is the question asked? What is the momentum of the cannon? So you say, therefore the momentum of the cannon is 125 kg meter per second. Clear? This is the solution of your question number 1. Now let's go to question number 2. Now let's see what the question says over here. It says two balls have masses of 50 gram and 100 gram, and they are moving along the same line in the same direction with velocities of 3 meter per second and 1.5 meter per second respectively. They collide with each other, and after the collision, the first one moves with a velocity of 2.5 meter per second. Calculate the velocity of the other ball after collision. Now looking at the question, it should be very much clear that it is based on law of conservation of momentum. Now let's see the details that I have highlighted over here. Two balls of masses 50 gram and 100 gram. Means first ball ka mass is 50 gram, second ball ka mass is 100 gram, and before the collision, their velocity is 3 meter per second and 1.5 meter per second. So this becomes the initial velocity because it is the velocity of the two balls before the collision. And after collision, first ball ka velocity is 2.5 meter per second. I want to find the velocity of the second ball after collision. So can I say final velocity of the first ball is given, final velocity of the second ball is asked, and it is very much obvious that the mass is going to remain the same before collision and after collision. There will be a change only in their velocities. Now diagrammatically let us try to understand what is happening over here. This is your first ball, this is your second ball. Now first ball is moving with a velocity of 3 meter per second. Second ball is moving in the same direction. जरूरी नहीं है कि स्लोप है, स्ट्रेट लाइन में भी मूव कर सकता है. Okay, now I don't have that much space over here, that's why I have drawn like this. Okay, but assume that it is moving with a velocity of 3 meter per second, constant velocity. Assume that this is a straight path, there is no slope over here. Okay, this ball is moving with a velocity of 1.5 meter per second. Obvious है, ये ज्यादा फास्ट मूव हो रहा है, तो ये धीरे 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 इसके नजदीक आएगा. ओके, लेट्स से जब भी रेड बॉल ये पॉइंट पे पहुंचता है तभी ब्लू बॉल उसको कोलाइड करता है, बिकॉज दिस इज मूविंग फास्टर, दिस इज मूविंग स्लोअर. सो आफ्टर सम टाइम देयर विल बी अ कोलिजन. लेट्स से दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ कोलिजन. ओके, तो ये पॉइंट पे वे वंस दे कोलाइड, आफ्टर दैट देयर विल बी अ चेंज इन देयर वेलोसिटी. ऑब्वियस है, इसका वेलोसिटी कम होगा, इसका वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होगा. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? आफ्टर द कोलिजन, first ball is moving ahead with a velocity of 2.5 meter per second. I want to find the velocity of the second. Diagrammatically समझ में आया क्या हो रहा है इधर? Okay, let's see the solving part now. Okay, now you have to write it entirely like this. Directly notation मत लिखना M1, M2, U1, U2. You have to specify what they mean. Okay, so over here mass of first ball is 50 gram. So I write over here 50 gram. Mass of second ball is 100 gram. So here I write 100 gram. Initial velocity of first ball. Initial velocity इसका मतलब again I repeat, it is the velocity before collision. So before collision, first का velocity is 3 meter per second and second ball का velocity is 1.5 meter per second. Final velocity of the first ball after collision, the velocity of the first ball is 2.5 meter per second, and they are asking us final velocity of the second ball. Now one thing please understand over here, ये जितने भी meter per second में मैंने velocity लिखा है ना, that is your SI unit or you can say MKS unit. But over here mass is given in grams, which is your CGS unit. In a single sum, either all the quantities should be in CGS unit or all the quantities should be in SI unit. अभी इधर ये SI unit है, ये CGS unit है, so it is compulsory to first convert them. Okay, so what I do is I convert gram into kilogram. I am using a relation 1 kg is 1000 grams. Okay, तो अगर मेरे को ग्राम से kg में कन्वर्ट करने का है, I need to divide by 1000. Okay, look here. अभी 50 ग्राम है, 50 ग्राम है, it will be 50 upon 1000 kg. क्या किया मैंने, डिवाइड बाय 1000, 0 0 कैंसिल, डिनोमिनेटर में अभी 2 0 है तो 2 डेसिमल पीछे शिफ्ट होगा. ओके, तो 5 अभी आई हैव 5 अपॉन 100. सिंस देयर इज नो डेसिमल आई अज्यूम द डेसिमल पॉइंट टू बी ओवर हियर. ओके, टुवर्ड्स द एंड. Because it is divided by 2 zeros over here, I need to shift the decimal places twice. So, एक प्लेस आया, दूसरा प्लेस आया, decimal will come over here. There is a blank over here. Blank में आएगा 0. Okay, so this becomes 0.05 kg. Then I have 1000 grams. Sorry, 100 grams. 100 grams will be 100 upon 1000 kg. 0 0 0 0. Now denominator में 1 0 है तो एक डेसिमल पीछे शिफ्ट होगा. So in this case it will be 0.1 kg. Understood why I have converted over here? Because either everything should be in SI system or everything should be in CGS system. Now I have converted everything into SI system. Clear? So this becomes your given data. This is to find formula. Formula is what? Total initial momentum should be equal to total final momentum. टोटल इनिशियल मोमेंटम का मतलब क्या? मोमेंटम ऑफ फर्स्ट बॉल प्लस मोमेंटम ऑफ सेकंड बॉल. मोमेंटम का फॉर्मूला क्या है? मास इनटू वेलोसिटी. बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इनिशियल मोमेंटम, आई हैव टू टॉक अबाउट इनिशियल वेलोसिटीज ओवर देयर. सो m1 u1 suffix 1 stands for first ball. Okay, so mass of first ball into initial velocity of first ball. This is the initial momentum of the first ball plus mass of second ball into initial velocity of second ball. This becomes the initial momentum of the second ball. अगर मैं add करेगा, can I say it is the total initial momentum of the two balls collectively? That should be equal to total final momentum. So m1 v1 plus m2 v2. V stands for final velocity, and in case of final momentum we talk about, we make use of final velocity. ओके, तो ये आप लोगों का फॉर्मूला हो गया. अभी सोल्यूशन में फर्स्ट यू हैव टू रिपीट द फॉर्मूला. Okay, now you just substitute. Calculation is very very important in this sum. Pay attention carefully. Therefore, अभी m1 कितना है? 0.05 into u1 is how much? 3 plus m2. अभी सब कुछ अगर मैं सेम लाइन में लिखेगा ना तो वो स्पेस इनफ नहीं है, तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? m1 u1 मैंने इधर लिखा प्लस m2 u2, राइट इट ऑन द नेक्स्ट लाइन. ओके, सो माय लेफ्ट हैंड साइड आई एम डिवाइडिंग इनटू 2 लाइंस, राइट हैंड साइड आई डिवाइड इनटू 2 लाइंस. इट विल बिकम बेटर फॉर योर प्रेजेंटेशन इन योर नोटबुक आल्सो. ओके, अभी m2 इज व्हाट? 0.1 इनटू दिस इज 1.5. दिस शुड बी इक्वल टू 0.05 into 2.5 plus 0.1 into V2. This is just the substitution of the values. Now let's take the calculation further. Therefore, अभी 0.05 into 3, जब भी डेसिमल से मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है ना, इग्नोर द डेसिमल फर्स्ट. इफ आई इग्नोर द डेसिमल फर्स्ट, ओके, ये पूरा नंबर 5 हो जाएगा. 5 into 3, 5 into 3 कितना होता है? 15. तो मैंने वो 15 लिख लिया. Okay, now you see the decimal. After the decimal, how many digits are there in all over here in both the numbers together? There is no decimal over here, forget it. Over here, after the decimal, there are 2 digits. Okay, so in my answer also, after the decimal, there should be 2 digits. So it will be 0.15. There are 2 digits after the decimal. Okay, plus now I can write it in the same line. As I told you, ignore the decimal and multiply. If I ignore the decimal and multiply, 1 into 15 होएगा. 1 into 15 कितना होता है? 15. Okay, then you see total how many digits are there after the decimal. इधर एक है, इधर एक है. So total there are 2 digits after the decimal. In your multiplication का answer also there should be 2 digits after the decimal. So it becomes 0.15. Now this will be equal to, over here, 0.05 into 2.5. Ignore the decimal and multiply. 5 into 25. 5 into 25 is 125. Now you check the decimal. After the decimal, 2 digits over here. After the decimal, 1 digit over here. So 2 and 1, total 3 digits after the decimal. In your answer also there should be 3 digits after the decimal. मेरा multiplication का आंसर क्या था? 125 था. तो decimal अभी किधर आएगा? If I want 3 digits after the decimal, it should be 0.125. There are 3 digits after the decimal plus 0.1 V2. I don't have an option over here. This I keep it as it is. Okay. Now let's try to add this. 0.15 plus 0.15. When you add, your answer will be 0.30 is equal to 0.125 plus 0.1 V2. Now unknown quantity is on the right hand side. Before I go ahead with the calculation, your next step should be to reverse the entire equation so that the unknown quantity comes on the left hand side. Use this step if the unknown quantity is on right side. अगर तुम लोग sign change करके कुछ भी shift करोगे ना, there are high possibilities that you will make some or the other mistake. So what I do is, first I reverse the entire equation. Plus 0.1 V2 is equal to 0.30. क्या किया? Exactly this thing I have written over here, this thing I have written over here. Now you shift the terms. So this I keep it over here. 0.1 V2 is equal to 0.30 minus 0.125. Okay, अभी ये subtraction मेरे को करने का है. Now let's see how to do that subtraction. 0.30 minus 0.125. Now many students, what mistake they do in the subtraction over here is, ये 5 के ऊपर कुछ नहीं है, so they write this 5 as it is. ये एडिशन में चलता है, सब्ट्रैक्शन में नहीं चलता है. सब्ट्रैक्शन में अगर इधर डिजिट नहीं है तो इधर 0 लिखना कंपलसरी है. एंड देन यू सब्ट्रैक्ट. नाउ व्हेन आई सब्ट्रैक्ट, व्हाट विल हैपन इज 0 minus 5 नहीं होता है. आई नीड टू बोरो 1 फ्रॉम हियर. आई कैन नॉट बोरो बिकॉज इट इज 0. तो ये हो जाएगा 2. इधर से बोरो होने के बाद ये 10 हो गया, लेकिन वो 10 में से मेरे को एक बाजू वाले को देने का है. सो ये इवेंचुअली होगा 9 एंड दिस विल बिकम 10. अंडरस्टूड? ओके. 10 minus 5 5, 9 minus 2 7, 2 minus 1 1.0. So my answer for subtraction part is what? 0.175. Okay, don't forget to write this 0 when you subtract. Okay, 0.175 याद रखना. That was the answer of subtraction. Therefore 0.1 V2 is equal to 0.175. Therefore V2 is equal to 0.175 upon 0.1. Okay, clear? Now you remove the decimal. How to remove the decimal? Let's try to understand. अभी इधर if I shift by 1 place ahead, okay, तो denominator 0 1. 0 1 का मतलब क्या होता है? 1 ही होता है. That is okay. तो I want to shift 1 place over here. If I shift 1 place over here, I have to shift 1 place in the numerator also. तो दोनों बाजू अगर एक-एक डेसिमल से मैं आगे शिफ्ट करेगा तो मेरा आंसर क्या हो जाएगा? 1.75 upon 1 and upon 1 नहीं लिखा तो भी चलेगा. So my final answer is 1.75. अभी ये किसका आंसर है? V2 का आंसर है. Okay, V मतलब velocity. Its unit should be what? Meter per second. Meter per second. And final answer, write it in statement form. Therefore, velocity of second ball after collision is what? 1.75 meter per second. I hope you have understood the entire calculation part properly. Okay, please mark this sum important. Okay, now let's go to question number 3. Okay, now question number 3. Actually, the first two questions that we have done, those two were the solved examples. Now I come to the text back question. Okay, question says what? An object of mass 16 kg is moving with an acceleration of 3 meter per second square. So important data over here. First is mass is 3 kg. Then acceleration is 3 meter per second square. they are asking us for applied force. अभी force का formula क्या है? Force is mass into acceleration. Mass is given, acceleration is given. So to calculate the force, there is no problem. Then, if the same force is applied on an object of mass 24 kg, how much will be the acceleration? Abhi what they are trying to say is that for the first body, mass is 16 kg, its acceleration is so and so. I want to find the force on the first body. Okay, now same force जो first object के ऊपर apply किया था, it is now being applied on the second object. So whatever answer I get for the force in the first case, same answer I have to use it in the second case. तो second case में मेरे को force भी मालूम है, mass भी मालूम है, खाली acceleration पूछा है. Again, if I make use of the same formula, there will be a single unknown. Okay, now let's see how to write the given data over here. I'll say given, underline it, mass. Now since there are two objects over here, I have to make use of suffix 1 and suffix 2. So for the first object, I am making use of suffix 1. Mass is 16 kg, moving with an acceleration. This is acceleration of the first object. So I write A1 is 3 meter per second square. Calculate the applied force. Okay, if the same force is applied on an object of mass 24 kg, that means mass M2 for the second object is 24 kg. How much will be the acceleration? So, to find, Abhi, I want to find the force on the first object. So, force F1 is what they are asking us, and acceleration in the second object. So, acceleration 8. Clear with this? Then formula. Now, whenever you make use of the same formula twice, just with suffix 1 and suffix 2, matlab, I am going to say F1 is equal to M1 into A1 and F2 is equal to M2 into A2. Okay? Don't write both those formula. Write the original formula without the suffix. So, F is equal to mass into acceleration. So, I am going to make use of this formula. Okay? In the solution, you write those suffixes 1 and 2. Clear? Now, solution. For the first part, I will say F1 is equal to M1 into A1. M1 कितना है? M1 is 16, A1 is 3. So 16 into 3, 48. Its unit will be Newton. So you get force as 48 Newton. For the second part, I will say F2 is equal to F1. That is what is given in the question. If the same force is applied on an object. Okay. So therefore, I'll say F2 is also equal to 48 Newton. Now you make use of the formula. F2 is equal to M2 into A2. Substitute. 48 is equal to mass of the second object is 24 kg. So 24 into A2. Now my unknown quantity is on the right side. Okay. So do not shift anything. I will reverse the equation. If I reverse the equation, 24 into A2 becomes 48. Therefore, A2 is equal to 48 upon 24. Therefore, A2 is equal to 2 and its unit will be meter per second square. Clear? This is your first answer. This is your second answer. Now, you need to write your answer in statement form. Therefore, force applied is 48 Newton and the acceleration in the second. Now they have used the word object over here. So here also I will make use of object is 2 meter per second square. Is that clear? Understood with this? Now let's go to question number 4. Now question over here, see what the question says. A bullet having a mass of 10 gram is moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second, penetrates a thick wooden plank of mass 90 gram. The plank was initially at rest. The bullet gets embedded in the plank and both move together. Determine their velocity. Okay, again, bullet having a mass of 10 gram, this is your first data, and moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second, penetrates a thick wooden plank of mass 90 gram. The plank was initially at rest. The bullet gets embedded in the plank and both move together. Determine their velocity. Now I'll first explain you what exactly is happening in the question. What they are saying is, let's say this is your wooden plank. Okay, this is your wooden plank over here, and this is the bullet that I'm talking about. Plank is initially at rest. इधर से bullet को fire किया. Now bullet moves with a speed of 1.5 meter per second, and after the bullet hits this particular plank, it gets embedded in the plank. मतलब क्या, ये bullet वो plank के अंदर penetrate करके उसमें ही अटक जाता है, ऐसा समझा? So what they are saying is, plank is initially at rest, bullet comes from here, it penetrates, gets embedded, and both of them start moving together like this. Okay, so can I say this should be based on law of conservation of momentum, because there is something initially, after collision they are going together. Okay, now if you go to see over here, bullet having mass 10 gram, अभी मैं bullet को first object लेता हूँ and wooden plank को second object लेता हूँ. So let's see how to write the data. Mass of bullet कितना दिया है? 10 gram. Now 10 gram, then moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second. This was the plank at rest over here, and bullet before collision is moving with a speed of 1.5 meter per second. So that becomes your initial velocity of the bullet. So here I write 1.5 meter per second. Mass of wooden plank 90 gram दिया हुआ है. And what they are saying is, the plank was initially at rest. मतलब before the collision, your wooden plank was stationary. मतलब can I say the initial velocity of the wooden plank is 0? So I write over here 0 meter per second, and also make a mention why you are writing 0. So reason में I'll write since it is at rest. Okay, ये reason bracket में लिखने का, since it is at rest. Now what is happening is, they are telling us to find the velocity with which both are moving together ahead. ये मेरा wooden plank था, okay, ये bullet था. Once the bullet penetrates and gets embedded, they both move together. If they both are moving together, means can I say after the collision, the velocity of the bullet and the plank should be the same. Okay, and final velocity of the bullet we will take it as v1, of the plank we will take it as v2, but v1 and v2 in this case have the same value. Okay, so I'll say let v1 be equal to v2 be equal to v. That is the velocity that they are telling us to find. So to find velocity of bullet and plank, and I'll be denoting that by v. I am not going to make use of different notations because their value is going to remain the same. Formula, this formula now you are aware about it. This is law of conservation of momentum. Total initial momentum should be equal to total final momentum. Okay, now in your solution, first I'll clear out that v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v. I'll say since bullet and plank move together, their velocity will be same. So I say let v1 equal to v2 be equal to v. Now you may directly write the formula, or you can first write one statement also. By law of conservation of momentum, because the equation that I am going to use is of this particular law. तो ये लिखना compulsory नहीं है, but if you write it, it gives better impression on the corrector. By law of conservation of momentum, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now before you substitute the value, be careful about one thing. Everything should be in SI system. Now over here meter per second SI system में, but your mass is given in grams which is your CGS system. तो पहले मैं उसको convert करेगा in SI system. Gram I will convert to kg. In order to do that I need to divide by 1000. Okay, so look here. 10 gram will be 10 upon 1000 kg. ये कैंसिल हो गया, बचा क्या 1 upon 100 because there are two zeros. Decimal I'll assume it to be over here. I'll shift the decimal by 2 places. इधर एक blank space बच गया जिधर में लिखेगा 0. So your mass will be 0.01 kg. तो इसके जगह पे I write 0.01 kg. Okay, then 90 gram. 90 upon 1000 होगा, 0 cancel, 2 zeros, again decimal shift behind by 2 places, so this will become 0.09 kg. Is that clear? Okay, now let's substitute the values. I'll write therefore 0.01 into your initial velocity 1.5. As I told you in the initial substitution, split your left hand side into 2 lines and I'll split my right hand side into 2 lines. Okay, so ये मैंने m1 u1 लिखा, m2 u2 will be 0.09 into 0 is equal to 0.01 into V1 के जगह पे I can write V because I have specified over here V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V plus 0.09 into V. तो अभी ये क्या हो जाएगा, देखो अभी decimal multiplication है. What did I tell you in the previous sums also, that whenever there are decimals involved in multiplication, initial multiplication do by ignoring the decimal. So if I ignore the decimal, the number is 1 into 15. 1 into 15 gives you what? 15. Now you check out the decimal. Decimal में after the decimal over here there are 2 digits and over here there is 1 digit. My multiplication का answer was 15. But since there should be 3 digits after the decimal in the answer, I'll write my answer as 0.015. You cannot add a 0 later, okay? Initial decimal में अगर मेरे कौन से भी digit कम पड़ते हैं, 3 के जगह पे 2 आए, तो write that 0 before the 15. Is that clear? तो 0.015 plus anything into 0 is 0. ये तो हो गया. अभी ये क्या हो जाएगा? 0.01 V plus 0.09 V. Therefore 0.015 is equal to, अभी ये मेरे को ऐड करने का है. Look here, 0.01 plus 0.09. If I add it, 1 plus 9 will give you 10. I write 0. 1 is the carry over here. 1 0 0. It will be 1.0. समझा? तो my answer becomes 0.10. एंड जब भी डेसिमल होता है ना, आगे के 0 का कोई मतलब नहीं होता है. सो आई कैन राइट माई आंसर एज 0.1 V. Is that clear? Now my unknown quantity is on the right side. So first I reverse the equation. 0.1 V is equal to 0.015. Therefore, V is equal to 0.015 upon 0.1. Okay, now I want to remove the decimal. Denominator में if I shift by 1 decimal, I am done because denominator will become 1 and denominator 1 even if you don't write it is okay. If I shift 1 place to the right in denominator, I have to shift 1 place to the right in the numerator also. तो मेरा numerator क्या हो जाएगा? 0.15. Basically the decimal I am taking it 1 point ahead. Here decimal I take it 1 point ahead. Denominator will become 1. If denominator is 1, it need not be written. So this becomes your final answer because its velocity, its unit will be meter per second. Okay, and final answer I write in statement form. Determine their velocity पूछा है. Therefore, velocity of bullet and plank will be 0.15 meter per second. Clear with this? Now this completes all the numerical questions of your chapter number 1 part 2. And as far as your part 1 is concerned, I have already uploaded that video of part 1 sums prior to this. Okay, so if you want the explanation of part 1 sums, you can go through that particular video. This video covers all the sums of part 2. With this, your entire chapter number 1 ka numericals is over. Okay. Okay, thank you very much students for watching this video. I hope you all have understood whatever I have taught today. Okay, if you want me to upload any specific topic, then please do write it in the comment box over there. Okay, do like and subscribe the channel and you'll get all the latest updates. Till then, tata bye bye.